Fear rarely arrives in a pleasant form, yet overcoming it often leads to unexpected growth. As the year 2000 approached, people everywhere debated the possible consequences of the Y2K computer bug. Some predicted disasters, blackouts, food shortages, transportation failures, and economic chaos. Others dismissed those warnings as exaggerated panic. I belonged to the second group. I believed programmers and engineers had already solved the problem, and I expected life to continue normally after midnight. I was wrong. My name was Jeffrey Grant, a 16-year-old student with excellent grades and dreams of becoming a doctor. On January 1st, however, something strange happened. Letters began arriving at our house addressed to someone named Jennifer Grant. At first, I assumed it was a simple mistake. Then my bank statement arrived. The account that had always belonged to Jeffrey Grant now listed the owner as Jennifer Lynn Grant. My parents and I immediately tried to correct the error, but every office we contacted gave us the same answer. According to their records, Jeffrey Grant had never existed. The situation grew more disturbing by the day. School records, government files, and even digital databases identified me as Jennifer. No matter how strongly we protested, officials insisted their information was accurate. To them, I wasn't a boy named Jeffrey, I was a girl named Jennifer. My mother tried to stay optimistic. "You know," she said with a laugh, "you might actually make a very pretty girl once we fix you up." I didn't find the idea amusing. I was worried about school, my friends, and my future. Years of hard work had placed me near the top of my class, and I feared this bizarre mistake would destroy everything. Most of all, I dreaded telling my father, whose patience for nonsense was already limited. That evening he stormed through a series of phone calls, demanding answers. By the end of the night, however, even he had to admit defeat. Every agency repeated the same thing. Their records showed a female student named Jennifer Grant. The school's dress code only made matters worse. If the records listed me as female, I would be required to follow the rules for female students. My mother immediately began planning. "We need clothes," she announced. "And makeup. Shoes too. We don't have much time." I stared at her in disbelief. Dad sighed heavily. "If you want to stay in school until this gets sorted out, you may have to go along with it for now." I hated hearing that, but there seemed to be no alternative. The next day my mother took measurements, made shopping lists, and transformed my bedroom into what looked like a department store. Boxes of clothing appeared everywhere. Skirts, blouses, shoes, cosmetics, and accessories. Watching it all pile up made the situation feel terrifyingly real. For the first time, I understood that this wasn't a clerical error that would disappear overnight. Somehow, a computer glitch had rewritten my identity, and the entire world seemed determined to accept the new version of me. Whether I liked it or not, Jennifer Grant was about to start school. Jennifer's life changes dramatically after a series of unexpected events reshape both her identity and her future. At first, she struggles to accept the role that circumstances have forced upon her, feeling confused and uncertain about where she belongs. With support from friends, family, and classmates, Jennifer gradually begins to understand herself better. Along the way, she forms strong friendships, gains confidence, and discovers strengths she never knew she possessed. Conversations with people who have faced similar challenges help her realize that identity is about more than appearance, it's about accepting who you truly are. As the months pass, Jennifer becomes more comfortable with the direction her life is taking. She takes on new responsibilities at school, earns the respect of her peers, and develops a stronger sense of purpose. While some members of her family struggle to adapt, they eventually learn to support her choices and appreciate her determination. The journey is not without loss and hardship. Jennifer faces difficult moments, including the passing of a close friend whose encouragement had helped her through many challenges. Despite the pain, she chooses to honor that friendship by moving forward with courage. By the end of her transformation, Jennifer has embraced her future with confidence. Surrounded by supportive friends and family, she looks ahead with optimism, grateful for the lessons she has learned about resilience, acceptance, and personal growth.